Man, hold up, man. It's your boy K Jizzle live up in here, another Car Chronicles. And you already know I'm having a blessed say it's going. I got my guest, my special guest up in here, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even gonna cut no chaser. We gonna get to it. Hold on. My microphone hanging from the top. See? That's what I'm saying. But yeah, I hope everybody had a blessed day today. And we ain't even gonna hold back, man. We gonna go and get my special guest. He has been here before. You know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing new to all of y'all that's tuning in. Y'all getting them comments. Uh I got Mr. Tony Teray in the building. Wealth is gangster in the building. Say it's going down, baby. You know what I'm saying?
I'm in the building with you, baby. What's good with
Oh man, shoot. Chilling, bless. How are you?
you? You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah, I'm
make sure you
switching.
already. Yeah, y'all getting them comments. We having a little technical difficulties, but you know, it ain't gonna stop nothing. We keep it moving over here, you know what I'm saying? So uh when he come back in, we'll get him on on topic. Our topic today today is a good topic. I was trying to get as many men in as I could because this is a good topic. You know, it's something good that we do need to talk about. What being hard gets you. You know what I'm saying? So this is for all the people that run around and thinking that, you know, man, I can't be letting them disrespect me or just all kinds of different things that really that as males we deal with. You know what I'm saying? And we we need to figure out a way to fix that and try to uh mend everything because man, I'm telling you, if we don't figure this out, man, it's man, it's not good right now. You know what I'm saying? And it won't be good. I know when I look at myself, you know, I tried not to make a lot of enemies in life. You know, that was something that my dad told me. He said, "Son, try not to have a lot of enemies in your life because you have the more enemies that you have, you don't know where it's coming from when they want to get back." So I try to keep my grass cut really low and know who probably don't like me, don't want nothing to do with, and I hope that a lot of them people know that I ain't got no hard feelings towards them. Not, anything happened in the past, my bad, sorry about that. If I see you, you know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping. The thing is the growth that I am trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I got my guest back in the building.
I don't know what's going on, man. Computer just started spinning. I'm like, what's going on, man? I'm here though. What's good with
Oh,
you, family?
ain't nothing. Yeah. Was sitting up here getting into the topic already, man. But how was your day?
Man, another day here to be able to put work in, man. So every day I'm trying to move forward towards my goals and trying to accomplish stuff while I'm here on this earth, man. So that's every day is just another day to keep trying to accomplish my mission and my goals, man. That's how I just look at life as a whole. Just
Huh.
give me more and more opportunities. So give me another chance tomorrow to keep break through. Then the next day, just keep giving me chances till I break through. And then after I break through, then I need more chances to live the life that I broke through for. So just you know what I'm saying? So I'm just looking for another day to either break through or live the life to be able to celebrate what I broke through on, man. You know.
Facts, fair. I feel that. I need to look at it like that. Sure, you know
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
That's what it is, man. That's all it is. Just
But
another
yeah,
day to break through.
already. But yeah, I was talking about the topic of what being hard gets you. You know, for the people that think it's really cool to be what they say gangster is.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, my rap name was Gangsta T, so I understand. I wrote a book called The Streets Lied to Us, right? You know what I'm saying? So I understand, especially in our community, that the hard, the gangster, the way we walk around. I understand why we do it because I lived it a certain way too. But it's just a mindset because you definitely don't want to be a pushover. You don't want to be nothing weak. Somebody can just play with you any kind of way. But we have to understand most of the stuff, especially the way when I was talking to some kids the other day about like guys step on your shoes. They ready to fight or shoot somebody and step on their shoes instead of it was a hey, my bad, and keep on moving. You know what I'm saying? Like it's little stuff that we too hard. And I wrote a song, man, probably about 12, 15 years ago called Too Hard. And because we trying to keep up this image, and I never claimed to be the most hardest gangster, best fighter. I never claimed to be that. I was a man that operated off respect, and I was just here to get some money and stay out the way. That's really been my whole life. I just want to get some money, stay out the way, but don't play with me, and I leave with respect. So I demand respect back. You know what I'm saying? So it's simple principle, but it's not about being hard. It's not about I do this to you, and it's just about being more smart. And I wish our community, especially, that we'll be more smart than hard. You know, because like right now, I'd rather be around a bunch of smart guys that's talking about elevating our life than a bunch of guys that can fight and shoot. I don't care about all that, man.
Hey, man, I've told too many people. They be like, man, you gotta be what he say, be ready to keep from getting ready. I said, for what? I ain't trying to be around that no more, man. I'm trying to be.
Yeah, but if I use that term, it's gonna be in the business world. Like I'm getting ready to keep from getting ready in business. But as far as like the street stuff, nah, I don't want no. We should none of us want no parts of it. I understand though, and that's why I mentor and deal with a lot of the youth because a lot of them, quote unquote, look out of control. But I was that same person that looked out of control, and it wasn't that I was out of control. I was just in an environment that I thought this was the way I was supposed to be. This is the way I have to act, and that in that environment. You know, if you look weak, well, you know, sharks in the water. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I was a person. I wasn't really big on fighting. I ain't never really liked the guns and all that. But I know in certain environments, I got to be ready for it. You know what I'm saying? Come with it. So my biggest thing on that is just stop going in those environments. You know, if it's an environment right now, like you know, of course, my house, I keep a gun and stuff like that just for protection. But if like, that's why I never went to clubs. Only time you ever seen me at a club, it was really the real show, and I got paid at the door. I got something at the door. I've never been in the clubs ever. You know what I'm saying? Because people get drunk there, people get stupid there, people want to fight and shoot. Well, I want to be there. I want to be somewhere getting some money, go home and lay down with my old lady and live a peaceful life. I've been like that all my life. You know what I'm saying? And I think, and that's why I wrote in the book. You know what I'm saying? The first chapter is called what? Definition of real. That's the first chapter because we have the and the reason I wrote this book is because of the Too Hard, the streets lie to us. What am I talking about in this book? Everything that we think hard, real, gangster, all this stuff that in our mind we think is the realest stuff is really the dumbest stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like what's gangster is taking care of your family. What's gangster is being able to say, like, I feel like one of my biggest goals that I can say that's a flex to me is, yes, I lived that street life. Yes, I left my mama's house when I was young. I did all that stuff, right? But my biggest flex is I'm not a felon. I never seen a penitentiary in my life. I don't know nothing about it. If people be looking at me, and I guess you know with the mouth full of gold, and the way I talk and my background, people, how many years you did? I'm like, man, I did a weekend one time, and that was too much. I don't know nothing about it. I don't know what I look like, bro. I don't know what I look like, but I don't know nothing about no jail, bro. And that's a flex to me. I love to tell people that because people be like, man, how much time you did? a weekend, that was too much.
He
You know
said
what
a
I'm saying?
week
I wish I could have. Hey, I went on a Friday evening. I was mad that the judge wasn't gonna be back to Monday. I was trying to get out Saturday. You understand?
for real already.
So nah,
Say,
and like that's what I'm saying. To me, that's hard and that's gangster being able to say, yeah, I did all that, but I don't know nothing about jail. That's a flex to me. I don't know nothing about jail. You know what I'm saying? That's a flex. And that's what I'm saying. We got it. And there's not nothing wrong. I mean, my guys that went to jail and all that, I salute you. You did your time, whatever. But what jail, you know what jail means to me? Is you got caught. That's all jail means to me, bro. Like, it don't make you no hard or no real or no nothing. It just means that you got caught and I didn't. That's all jail means. That's the difference, bro. You know what I'm saying?
you right.
I mean, he got his credit now because he went to jail. No, he just got a record now because he went to jail. You know what I'm saying? He got some years took out his life and all that. And I respect it because I got a lot of partners that went down that road and I hated for him. I got partners that I was starting the streets when I was 11. I got partners didn't jump into the game till they was 20, and they did way more time than me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thankful and I knock on wood for that. And that one of those reasons why I wasn't trying to be too hard. I didn't go to clubs. I didn't want to know. It takes, for example, when we talk about being hard, right? I'd had enemies before. And I talk to my youth about this because in their mind, if they got an enemy, say you got an enemy and they down the street. In their mind, like, man, I'm gonna go down the street because I gotta show that I ain't scared. I'm like, well, why would you turn right instead of turning left where they ain't it? Oh no, because you running, you a sucker. No, I ain't. I'm just staying away from trouble. Like I'm not gonna go to it now. If a guy run up on me, I got the right to defend myself or whatever. But if I can avoid it, bro, I'm avoiding it. Now, if you think that's soft, if you think that's weak, that's on you. But that kept me out of prison. You know what I'm saying? It kept me from having to hurt somebody or somebody hurt me. And that's what we got to get into. That's what's gangster, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Go home to your old lady. Go home to your mom. Go home to the people that you're going to be crying to. If you get that life sentence, then all the people you were trying to be hard for are going to be calling you dumb. And the people that love you going to be crying and you can't never see them again. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of us do. That's why you go watch the first 48. What do? All them so-called killers. I'll be like, nah, go ahead. You might as well go and be as real as you can now and just say, forget it. I'm going to go to print. They be the first ones crying and stuff. Why? Because they realize that I ain't really this hard and this gangster. I was portraying it, but now I threw my whole life away portraying it. You feel me? And once you throw your whole life away, ain't no coming back from that. So I'd rather tell y'all top, forget being hard. Be smart. Go home to your wife. Go home to your girl. Go home. Go. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of fighting at the club, man, go lay with your baby. That's more gangster than doing some dumb stuff at a club to me. And that's what I want. I really want to push. And that's what this whole book was about to the youth. I want them to understand that whatever you think you need to do to keep up or be the man of your city or be looked up at as a G, you're just gonna be looked at as another black dead person in prison or dead, and your family crying because you ain't here or your kids. You know what I'm saying? And everybody gonna be got your t-shirt on, a shirt, and half the people that wear your shirt don't even give a damn about you anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we have to get into that, bro. Like, what's real and what's gangster to me is me taking care of myself, my health. Me building up my wealth, me making sure the woman in my life, the people around my family, that's straight, and we building something positive. That's the most gangsters you can be, man. And all that, oh man, he'll mess you up, man. I hope he stay away from me because I don't want no problems, bro. I'm gonna get you. If you come this way, I got the right to defend myself now, right? But if I can avoid it, bro, you'll never see me, bro. I don't want no problems. I'm quick to tell people I don't want no problems, man. And that's what more of our culture need to get to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just let us all make it. You know what I'm saying? Let me make it. I'll let you make it. You go home to your girl, or you let me go home to mine. Let's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't that serious, bro.
I sit back and like now that the age that I'm at and being able to have a son now, go to the army and all of that stuff. Like, when I look at all that dumb stuff we were doing, I was like, man, you know what? I was moving out of ego.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was some feelings. You know, somebody, you know, maybe he didn't do what I thought he should have done or whatever. Man, that's some feelings, man. That gotta go. And that's where we really mess up. We not even in touch with ourselves, like as men. Like, bro, okay, yeah, say, bro, man to man, you hurt my feelings, bro. But that ain't no punk or none of that stuff like that, man. That's real. That's really real.
Yeah, That's the realest you can get. But we're taught backwards. You know what I'm saying? We're taught that, oh man, that's soft. You weak. You give. No, ain't that man squashed it out. And you know the crazy about it, a lot of the people that I used to beef with when I was young, and we quote unquote want to hurt each other, or quote unquote was on different sides. I'm cool with everybody now. That lets you know it wasn't. It was just a young man. It's so crazy. I remember having beefs with people because I was riding with Tupac and they was riding with Biggie, and we don't know. They didn't know Biggie and I didn't know Tupac. Like that's how thrown off we are in our community. We pick sides over this rapper, or we pick sides over this or this gang, or we pick sides over stuff that we don't even know nothing about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
for real.
Like, we don't know. Like like really the real. I remember. When I started, when me and my partner started Reeling the Real Records, they were trying to get me into buying Crip, right? Because all my OGs is Crips. And I remember telling them, like, man, I'm about money. I got cousins that are Bloods. I know real and fake people on both sides. So I never want the gang bang. But my OGs I got so much respect from them on that because they was like, man, most youngsters want to do whatever the OG said. Hey, you 12, 13, 14, like, I ain't gonna do what y'all say. I'm doing this other stuff. And that's really how I started getting respect. Like, nah, I don't want to do it. I just don't want to do nothing dumb. I just want to get money and be somewhere with a lady. That's been really my motto my whole life, bro. I don't want no problems. I ain't trying to be the best fighter. I don't want to prove all that. I've done what I had to do in times where I had to do it. But other than that, I don't want none of that. I don't want no problems, bro.
Yeah, see that, and that's why I say it. And I ain't gonna lie. I will be honest, man. A lot of it was the music that I listened to. It influenced me to want to shine, look good. Hey, man, get back, bro. I don't want you around me. I don't like you. That, yeah, just all that trying to rap battle. And yeah, man, that was, yeah,
I was telling you back then, like, bro, chill. It's like K Jizzle ready to beef with the game. 50 Cent, he ready to beef with it. I'm like, man, bro, we don't even know these, bro. Let's stay focused on this. Let's stay focused on what we trying to build. Man, forget them niggas, man. You all know.
Say, man, hey, it's everybody. You gotta go get it. That's how I felt. I was like, man, I got something to prove, man. I'm done. But I realized now that was leading towards one or two places. Yeah. Prison or dead.
Yeah. It wasn't nothing positive coming out of that, Yeah. And the youngsters, stuff what we did, even the stuff when I used to talk to you about that back then, it still wasn't on the level these youngsters do it now. These youngsters talking about smoking the dead, they talking about digging up graves. Like, we were never on no disrespectful stuff like that, But that lets me know there's no real men leading them, because you can't be no youngster around me talking the way a lot of these youngsters talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know they ain't around no older G's, not nobody that they respect anyway, because you, like, a real OG to tell you, man, we respect the dead. If your enemy did die, you just be quiet about it. They gone now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna bring you up no more. If I had an enemy that died, if I hated his guts to death, you would never hear me say his name again. He dead. You always respect the dead. You know what I'm saying? That's real. Yeah. That's back in the day OG lessons that you learned. You know what I'm saying? You don't speak on the dead like that. You know what I'm saying? He gone. There ain't nothing else to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So these youngsters, they trying to outdo each other. That's why they send themselves to the feds, because they do something. They can't do nothing to get away with it no more. They got to do something recorded to show that they did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I was taught when I was in the streets, hey man, you want to make the most money and play broke. These guys don't even have no money and want to play rich. I'm like, man, y'all broke trying to play rich, and then you wonder, oh man, they snitching on me. Man, that ain't nobody snitching on you, bro. I seen you posting drugs in your story, bro. I don't even know where you're at, and I know what you sell. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to know about nobody snitching. You snitched on yourself. If I saw your story, you don't think the police see your story?
Hey, wait a minute.
I got this. I got all that in your story, bro.
Wait, see, we can't talk about that. We gotta say that for the rap biz. We gotta say that for the rap biz. That's the rap biz right there.
Yeah. We definitely got a show. We got a show coming. We got a show coming in. Okay, just in the rap biz, man. We definitely gonna go in. But that's just being real, bro. Like, we gotta teach them about the honor. And show, not even just teach them, because let me tell you this about everything we want to talk to these kids about, right? We want to tell these kids something, and we want them to listen to us, right? Yeah. But the problem, the biggest problem is because even me, still, But especially growing up, I respect money, bro. That's why a lot of these kids don't listen to their parents. That's why a lot of, because they like, you telling me all this quote unquote morally good stuff, but you struggling. You at a job you hate. You know what I'm saying? But when you get your money right and you talk like the way I'm talking now, and you show them like I get money like this, I got businesses. You know, you got to still have that same swag with them, but you got to let them know this is all legal. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when I talk to the kids. I'm like, wealth is gangster. Like none of that dumb stuff. You got to be able to relate to them like that and talk to them in their language, but you got to be able to show them, bro. The reason I went to the streets, not because I want to be the biggest gangster, because the guy on the street showed me how to make money. It's that simple. You can't tell me how to morally be good and I'm going to go to hell if I don't do this and I'm going to do that. I'm like, man, my lights out, my stomach hurting. I don't care where I'm going when I die. I'm trying to get it right now. You know what I'm saying?
Real, I'm trying to eat.
So we have to understand that where these kids at. And that's why I say when we doing all this talking and we want to preach to them and tell them they need to do right, we have to lead by examples and we got to show them. And I don't care if you a preacher, I don't care if you're an everyday worker, I don't care whatever you are in your community. If you're going to talk to some kids, you better be able to show them like, hey, you need to do right, and this would get you. I could pull up in this, or you know what I'm saying? I live a certain type of life because I'm doing right. If you tell them do right, are you gonna go to hell, or do right, or you gonna go to jail, and then they walk you drive off in a Pinto in your car smoking, and they know you hate your job. Man, I'd rather go to jail than live like that. Why do I know that? Because I was that person. I told myself at a young age, I go to the penitentiary trying to get this money before I live like the people around me living. And a lot of people say that's crazy. To me, bro, I'm not finna break my back till I'm 70 years old and die poor like the men I seen. I'd rather be a kingpin, bro. And people used to say crazy. I used to tell people, man, I'd rather live till I'm 50 and live at a certain level than live to 80, 90 and die broken poor. I don't want to live that long, broken poor and struggling. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just never been me. So that's why my attitude is the way it is now. Now that I'm out the streets, I go so hard and I still hustle and I still flip and I still grind like I'm in the street because my grind the same. I just changed my product up. Now I'm just doing it more positive. Now, you know what I'm saying? Because if you just tell me, Tony, stop everything you're doing right now and you got to go to this job for the next 30 years. I ain't here to promote nothing negative, but I can tell you, K Jizzle, I wouldn't do it. I'm gonna just put it like that. Because I ain't here to promote no street life or nothing. We definitely don't want to tell no kids to go to the streets. But I think you get where I'm going. You feel me? Like I have even in my positivity, I gotta do it a certain way because my mind is still more closer to the way they think than this old boxed in, live the righteous life. But I'm struggling and I'm barely making it. I can't do that. I just don't have that in my bones. I don't have it. I can't live righteous and barely make it and poor. And I can't do it because their righteousness is going to go out the window probably after my second or third check. You know what I'm saying? Say, hey, after about that second check when I got the light bill, the rent, I'm going to have $30 left. I didn't try to flip that $30. Hey, hey, you know where I'm going. Like, this just being real. And this is what I'm saying. If we want to really change the narrative in our community, we got to be real at what these kids looking at. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we forget what they're looking at and we just want them to do right. Like, we ain't got no jobs for them. We ain't got no hope for them. We ain't got nothing for them, but just go do right. That ain't going to work, bro. It's just not going to work.
Thanks. I try to tell them about my mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I talk to my kids, I tell them, look, you should do this and move like this because of the choices that I made is the reason why I live like this. So I have to grind so hard or work 2 or 3 jobs. That's why. But if you move like this, I can guarantee you, because I was do it that way, but I didn't. You'll get way further than I did. And there go one of them got off. He gone now. He building helicopters now. So
and that's a good way to put it. You know what I'm saying? To not go down this road, do that road. You know, because I got a partner, he's a multimillionaire. He said my daddy don't know nothing about business, but my daddy always instilled in me that I'm gonna do better and bigger than he did. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And that will push him to be where he's at now. He said, he didn't teach me how to do none of this, but he definitely showed me that I don't want to do what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and that's another way to do it too. But me as a mentor, I gotta show because you know what I'm saying? Like I gotta be able to show like Hey, I don't know mentor pulling up and you doing bad and you struggling and you're doing this and that. You ain't no mentor. I could mentor you. And that's how we turn around and you'll go into a lot of these hoods and you'll see the OGs or you'll see the older men respecting the younger men because the younger men got the money now. You know what I'm saying? And that's a sad case when you 50, 60 years old and you follow behind your 20-year-old little homie that got the money. And I was that 20-year-old that had the 30, 40, 50-year-old follow me because I had the money in my 20s. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when I talk to my youngsters now, they already know, like, nah, it's real talk. It's real about building. And I don't even care what you're doing because I don't judge. I just want to help you become a better version of whatever you're doing. That's my main thing. How can I help you become a better version? I'm not going to tell you stop doing nothing, but I am going to tell you this is a better way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, hey, you know, you can make more money. Like yesterday, I was just talking to a guy. I was in my mentorship yesterday. My mentor made $64,000 while he was teaching me how to make. I made $300-400 yesterday off the market. He made $64,000 in an hour teaching me how to make that $300-400. That's inspiration to me. You know what I'm saying? Like when you can get up on your computer and learn a skill and can make six figures in an hour or two. Did nobody ever teach us that, man? You know what I'm saying? This boy's gonna break that back in the Texas sun all year long and won't get close to six figures. This man on his computer. Yeah, man, do this. And you need to look for this and that. While he's teaching me how to make my little couple $100. Oh yeah, see, I just made $64,000. But he do that every day.
I'm gonna ask you a question though. What does he look like?
He black.
Like not saying he black. I'm saying, do he look like us, like thuggish, goals, or do he look like a normal person?
No, he's definitely not thuggish, but the look don't matter. It's the trade. See, the
difference. No, look, I'll tell you why. Because the look is what we look at. You just said it yourself. You have to come in already, because what we're looking at nowadays, this youth, is what do you got? Yeah. I'm saying for me, when I was coming up and watching people, the ones that was really getting the money, they looked just like a normal. They never wore jewelry, no goals, no tats. They was the ones getting it. But else that was really out there trying to be hustlers, we wasn't getting nothing. We was nickel and diming.
Yeah.
So it's the look.
It can be the look, but like this is what I say about it. It's the information, because he's more clean cut. You know what I'm saying? Army guy, right? But who is he teaching? He's teaching me, right? So when I go teach that, so when the position changed and I'm teaching my mentee how to make that few $100s while I make 100,000, I look totally different. So it ain't about the look, it's about the information. The problem is most people that look like me don't have that information. So we can't pass on nothing but bad stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like the guys that I grew up around, they was looking thuggish, they was mouthful of gold, they had the big chains on, but they didn't have no information about no stock market, no real estate. So the look can be a problem, but it's what it mostly is that look is lack of the real information. All they got is the low level information. Hey man, you can sell this, you can sell that. That's all they know. But if you got the information, the look don't matter no more. Yeah, but once you got the information, like when I log into my brokerage account and I'm looking at stocks and stuff, that stock don't care if I'm black, white, or green or whatever. All that stock, for me to make money off that stock, I just need to know the information and know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? But like when you out there in the world and you need that job or you need the system, right? Now that look does matter, because now they judging you off. Oh man, he got a mouthful of gold. Oh, he got a prison record. Oh, he got all this. If you got a prison, like the biggest person right now on social media is Wall Street Trapper. Did 8 years in prison. When he was in prison, the white guy showed him how to about the stock market. And the white guy said, man, he said, you up here doing all this time for shooting somebody, right? And I'm up in here, and you got what? I think he had like 10, 15 years. He said, I'm up in here for 3-4 years. Guess what I did? He embezzled like millions of dollars. So you know what I'm saying? Like we're taught how to go make the crumbs for and get all the time in the world. And the people that's really making the millions, they look clean cut and all that, but the information they got puts them ahead of us. Not really the look no more. Because right now, even the way I look, I can go sit in boardrooms with the cleanest cut person ever in the world and run circles around them because now I got information.
Okay, let me see if I can do it a different way. Okay, not saying us. Let's say I'm saying the youth.
Mm-hmm.
So the youth is really looking at what you have
Yeah.
before they take the information. Is that what you mean? Because the way that I'm looking, I understand what y'all are saying. The information is what's really the valuable part of it. But I'm saying, wouldn't that be like the problem is just like every kid want to be a rapper? See, I go into that because that's a good. But in the process, he see another rapper goes 100,000 million, you know, round his neck. Man, that's what I want to do right there, man.
But
Instead
I
of
mean,
sitting down looking at, somebody like you that's gonna give them real game and be like, look, let me show you something. Not every person gonna take that. Like they gonna be like, nah, man.
but because we use the rap a lot, and I love we're gonna be going into this with this rap biz conversation. So we're gonna talk about that. But what do our kids want to be even more than a rapper? That's felony.
uh, Entertainer. I mean,
The sports
sports.
and sports and entertainment. Because even the people that be rappers, right? All of them thought they was gonna make it in professional sports before they was even a rapper. See, we like to blame the
Yeah.
rap, but ain't nobody gonna say the failure started when we gave them that football or that basketball when they was one and we told them they all gonna make it. And I'm like, hold on, how you gonna make it? Your dad 5 foot and your mom 4'11". You're not making it to be LeBron James. And I'm not trying to crush your fit. I'm not trying to crush your dreams, but that's a reality, bro.
Hey man, it was people, man, that was sick with it, man. Come on, man.
They might have been sick
God.
with it. Hey, until they got past middle school and the sick with it days was over with. They
I'm
probably
talking
was sick
about
with it in
the
Pop
NBA.
Warner.
Let me think in the NBA back in the day that was little.
Mosey Bowes and Spud Webb.
Come on, man.
That's
Might
two
make
out of how many thousands? Two out of how many? What's the odds? Tell me your odds.
it.
See, that's what I'm saying right there. Your odds. We'll throw a million kids to hope they can get that less than 1% odd. So what's gonna happen to the 999,000 kids that don't make it out of that one that do make it? What we gonna do with that other 999,000?
Oh,
Then what we gonna do is, oh, now y'all want to be rappers? Yeah, because you told me to worry about football and you never told me to focus on other stuff. Why you didn't tell me from birth that I wasn't gonna make it in sports? And then you should have had me in the CEO Youth League and he would have taught me about stocks and bonds and stuff. But you told me don't worry about that. You're gonna be a professional star. See, that's what I'm saying. See, we like to blame the rap, and I get it. Rap music does program us a certain way, but let me be real about rap music. When I went to the streets, it wasn't because of no rap music. I was the oldest of 4 kids, and my mom was always at work, and the guy on the corner showed me how to make $100 in like an hour. It wasn't no rap music that influenced me. Regular life influenced me. In every rapper, what are they talking about? Some of them lying, but they still talking about somebody's story. They still talking about somebody. They're not making it. They might be making it up, acting like they did it, but in general, they saw somebody did it or somebody around them was doing what they said, right? So, and that's why I try to battle with people when they talk about the rap. It's like, okay, so take rap away. So you telling me drugs wasn't gonna be around no more? You telling me struggle for black people wasn't gonna? You telling me our whole community would be on top of the game if it wasn't for rap? No, rap. And I got a video coming out because I see like Dr. Umar and I see Dr. Voices, and I respect them and I see them go at rap music ain't did nothing for the black community. So I got a whole piece about how many millionaires rap did, how many street guys that I know would have sold dope or shot people for the rest of their life, and they changed their life to rap, from rap, like the Jay-Z's, the Rick Rosses, like all these people, and each one of them people have made millionaires. So you can't say rap has done nothing. You can say it has been bad parts of it that has influenced us. We can't say that, right? But we can say that about movies. I know a lot of people want to sell dope and do stuff because of Scarface, but ain't nobody gonna ever blame Scarface. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I blame that too.
So
I blame anything negative.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I get that, but at the end of the day, if you take all that away, before rap blew up, what, in the late 80s, before it really got negative, like what, early 90s, right? About early, when it really, because at first it was more Black Power, the Public Enemy. It
No,
was it was more
80,
intelligent rap in the
it's
like
about
89,
88,
90s.
yeah, 88, 89. It
Okay.
started because gangsta
Okay, so
Ice
when
T.
so that's when the rap started twisting to a bad angle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go back to like 82, the year I was born. That's when crack hit. So you telling me that crack hit and tore up the communities and it was because of rap? Nah, it had nothing to do with no rap in 82 when crack first hit. They weren't rapping about crack. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, the
Yeah,
first rappers that started rapping about crack was saying crack whack and don't mess with crack. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the first rappers that talked about it.
yeah.
So we like to blame that, but it really is the environment, bro. Like if we clean up our environment, the music will automatically clean up. You get what I'm saying? Like, and it's just
I
some things that people,
don't think
yeah.
so.
But okay, but we haven't put it to the test because our community has never been cleaned up. So we can't say that. You can say I don't think so, but you don't know for sure because we ain't never even been clean enough to see if it'll impact.
Well,
Our rap.
but it's been other people in the game that has came out and also said stuff like, it was a plot to change up the whole narrative of because
It's
it's no
always a plot.
longer hip hop.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
gangster rap, trap. It's
yeah,
different genres when it was all one thing at first.
yeah. It's I mean, I put that in my book. Everything the U.S. government has systematically. That's my first intro of the book. The government has systematically every position that we in has been systematically set up, right? But at the same time, that don't mean we should stay in that position forever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the government put us in a lot of bad situations. Now it's on autopilot. Why? Because we put ourselves in bad positions now. We don't want to, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I always put it at the government foot because I know what the government, how the government set up. But when are we gonna say, yeah, the government put us in a bad position? But man, look how we living. We putting ourselves in bad positions too. You know what I'm saying? We putting ourselves,
Yeah.
we messing up a lot of this stuff ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be balanced with it and have a solution with it instead of saying, oh, it was this or it was that, or it's that. Like he said, drill music. Okay, where does drill music come from?
That
It comes
same
from,
stuff you was talking about, smoking
but
dead people.
But why was they saying that though? Because they was living it. It comes from the environment. That's what I'm saying. Like the environment. Even if you go back to the most gangsters people, they wasn't talking about smoking on their house back then. You know what I'm saying? Like even the most gangsters people, like alcohol. See, this the only we the only culture that really like blame the bad. Like okay, you go to like the Kennedys, right? The Kennedys got wealthy. They great grandpa did sold liquor. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the Italian mob, they was killing and they was doing all this. You know what most of them people families at now? In politics, running the country. Because they took a negative and they turned it into a positive. See, that's one thing we never been able to do. I don't knock nobody that sold dope when you ain't got nothing to do. When you ain't got no other outcome, I don't knock you for doing that. What I knock you for is never figuring out how to get up out of it. That's our biggest problem. You know what I'm saying? I don't knock nobody for saying, hey, yeah, it's trap music. I tell kids that, hey, man, I'm still hustling. I just got different products. I'm still hustling though. Some people don't like that language, but the kids that I mentor, they understand it. I'm still hustling. I got a different product. So you can still hustle for the rest of your life. Change your product up. Make it a positive product. Make it, you know what I'm saying? I don't care if you want to be a gangster, be the biggest gangster, but let's go to school. Let's take care of your family. That's gangster to me. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we get into like the finger point and we want to make everything a negative instead of looking at it as, man, this negative could be a positive, but we never been taught how to turn it to it. But you go look at the Irish, you go look at the Italians, you go look at every other group. The white folk, man, they started off this country murdering and raping and enslaving us. You know what I'm saying? And what they did turned that into multi-million-dollar hedge funds. Wall Street got trillions of dollars. They turned all that off the backs of our ancestors. They turned that into quote-unquote positive stuff now. Don't nobody look at that. They're the most savage killers. But we look at each other and be like this and that. Oh man. And then another thing, it's because this is when I gotta protect and not protect, but this is when I gotta defend for the youngsters that we talking about because I was that youngster. It's quick to say, oh man, y'all need to stop shooting each other. Y'all need to stop doing this. Y'all need to stop selling dope. True enough, I agree with all that. I'm not saying none of that is false. But when we gonna say, man, grandma, auntie, mama, Y'all kill more of us by what y'all feeding us. Do y'all know all this fried food is making our brains go like this? My big homie told me you'll never see a shootout at a Whole Food store, but you always see them at a Waffle House. You know what I'm saying? Because it's that grease and it's that bad food, that chemicals that's in our body that makes you want to turn up and do some crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, see, if we're gonna attack it, bro, we gotta attack everything. We can't just say it's the low hanging fruit to blame the black dude on the corner. But ain't nobody gonna blame his mama and his grandma and them for not giving him the knowledge to not be on that corner. Ain't nobody gonna tell it. Ain't nobody gonna blame his dad or his grandpa for why you ain't got no business. So when this boy turned 18, he wouldn't even have to think about a corner. You know what I'm saying? And true enough, you can do everything right and your kid can still go off. But I don't know too many kids that was set up and messed it off. Not no black kids that I grew up around. I ain't get nothing in my 18th birthday. I ain't get no land. I ain't get no stocks. I told my mom, if you'd bought a Coca-Cola stock in the 80s, I have $500,000 sitting right now. I know white people that do that. I know white people that do that for their kids. But we don't do that. So we want to tell our kids, oh, you need to do this. Go get you a job and work hard. And they looking at you like, shit, you got a job and you working hard. I don't want to look like you when I get older. I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
That's wrong.
This is the reality of it, bro. And that's what I'm saying. So I'm an advocate because I definitely, you're never going to hear me advocate for none of that. But we, at the same time, we got to realize that. And that's why I'm doing a show coming up soon. A lot of people got mad at me. Our elders has failed us. And that's the reality because what black person you know was just left a gold mine to start a life with from their dad or their mom? What black person you know was like, man, when he turned 18, like I got countless white boys when he turned 18, like where the Border State Jail at. That white dude, he a little older than me. His dad and them left him that land before they died. He sold that to them so they can build a jail on. That was his 18th birthday present. That piece of land that he got millions for or whatever to sell it. He was just gifted that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know no black person. You might get grandpa old broke down car that need a new motor or something. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, so we gotta be fair at the way we attack this. And it goes back to the being too hard because a lot of these kids, they in their mind, they have to be this way because they don't have no other options. You know what I'm saying? I ain't feel like now I realize I did have options, but I ain't have the information. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why I started the CEO Youth League because I'm like, dang, when I went to a boy at 11 years old, he put dope in my hand and showed me how to hustle. And I thought he loved me for doing that. But now when an 11-year-old come to me, I want to be able to say, man, get into stocks, get into real estate, get into podcasting, get into this. That dude that gave me that dope at 11, he didn't have that information. So he might have gave it to me if he'd have had it, but he didn't even have it. You know what I'm saying? So he gave me all the game. Only game he didn't have. He's like, boy, you want to make some money? Man, flip this. I was like, shit, that's easy. You know what I'm saying? So we got to understand this information, bro. Like, information is the key, man. That information and knowledge. And then not just knowledge, applied knowledge. Because you can get the knowledge and a lot of people sit on it and die with it. You got to apply it once you get
it. Facts. Big facts. I do know this, though. I do got a lot of friends. Yeah, they had everything in their hand. I'm talking about money long. Yeah, and just messed it off.
For who left it to them? Their daddy, like mama them?
No, they Shit,
you know more than me because I don't know one. You know what I'm saying? I've been here I've been 42 years. I don't know one that dad or mom left them some when they died or left them some when they turned 18 and they messed it off. And that's why I say it can happen. You can because and at the same time, if they do mess it off, it's still kind of the mom and dad fault unless they just totally messed it up. Because most of them parents, like okay, I know some guy that got left a house, right? And like my auntie and them, they got left my grandma's house when she died. They sold it like 6 months after she died. They didn't have the knowledge to be like, oh, this could be a homestead. We can rent this out. We can do this. They talking about they didn't want to keep up with the yard. I'm like, we got 100 black strong men in this family. Y'all worried about a yard getting cut? You know what I'm saying? Because we don't have no business sense on how to grow nothing. You know what I'm saying? Your grandma might have the best peach cobbler or best cake in the world. But why is Miss Caroline's is making millions in HEB and she not? Because we don't have a business sense. We know how to do the work. We know how to cook and all that. But we don't know how to turn it into a business. And if you can't turn it into a business, it just die with you.
Yeah. That is.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't no real wealth. And I don't know nobody with no life insurance plan when grandma died. The grandmas I know had about $10,000 and you had to put something with it to bury them. You know what I'm saying? Like, the other cultures, when they die, they leave hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars to their grandkids and all that. You know, like we just don't have those head starts and it keeps us behind. And of course, then we black. So you black, broke, you already got a dysfunctional mindset. Your parents been telling you about sports all your life. You realize at 18 when you blew your knee out or you couldn't make it to college that, oh man, what I'm gonna do? They told me I was gonna make it. Nobody ever prepared me outside of not making it. And that's why you'll see a lot of 18-year-old boys go to the streets, go to be aggravated, go to drugs and all this, because now they realize that, man, I ain't making it to no sports. Why y'all lie to me this whole time? You know what I'm saying? But then everybody want to blame the 18-year-old. Ain't nobody gonna say that was bad parenting for you lying to your kids all their life. See, I got a rep, because I'm saying we not passing on information. We just want our kids to be great individuals, but they wasn't giving great advice or great knowledge to be great individuals.
Well, see, that's why I say I'm happy that I know who I am, because this last one is different. He wants to play sports. I don't have a problem with the sports. I don't. But you can't play, and this ain't got nothing to do with the school. I'm saying I'm not gonna let you play sports if you making C's. You barely making it, you can't play sports. You don't have time. You need to get them grades up. So that's how I don't want him to really depend on that basketball. I want him to depend on his brain, because your brain is gonna help you.
Sports is cool, but sports need to be like third or fourth on your list. You can play sports, but I'm gonna teach you about banking. You can play sports, but I'm gonna teach you about entrepreneurship. You can play sports, but I'm gonna teach you a lot of these other things, because realistically, you have less than 0.5% of chance of making it. That's just realistic. I know no parent want to tell their kids that, because it's kind of like killing their dream, but we just got to be realistic. Every black person I know, we all say, oh man, you could have made it to the league. I don't know nobody that made it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just the reality of it. So it's like, I'm not taking away sports. I know a lot of people are gonna be mad when my documentary come out, because it's called Sports Lie to Us. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna kind of go in on how it's a lie, but because sports do teach you a lot of good things. I'm gonna talk about that in the documentary. Sports teach you about teamwork. Sports teach you about staying healthy and in shape. Sports do give you a lot of things, but when it's the only thing you've been given all your life and you don't know nothing else, and let's just say you are the 0.5% that make it, but you never been taught about financing. You never been taught about brokerage accounts. You never been taught about nothing. So your agent going 9 times out of 10 be a Jewish white guy or something, gonna rob you blind, because all you know about is playing sports, and nobody ever taught you about how to financially put yourself in position. You know what I'm saying? Then nobody tell you about that first contract. You better invest it like this. Then you blow your knee out before your second contract, and now you over here depressed and stuff because they cut you because you blew your knee out. But you really with that first check, you could have invested that and been set for your rest of your life. But you didn't know that. You went and bought a house and a car because you thought you had made it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a foundation that we got to give them. And like I say, it goes back to the being hard, because a lot of that being hard is just a cover up for, I don't know no other way to make it. This is all I taught. I was taught to be the hardest gangsters, be able to fight hard, be able to, you know what I'm saying, shoot somebody if they disrespect me. I was taught that. So that's all I know. So we got to look at the teachers then, because these kids don't come out the womb thinking like this. We got to, the environment, the mom, the dad, the uncle, somebody taught them this, because they don't come out the womb trying to be so hard. So then we got to figure out what made you, from the time you was born, turns you into this quote unquote murderer or this quote unquote thug right now. What did that? We don't ever want to do that. We just want to say that they're a thug. How did they become a thug? Most of us don't want to say that, but then we got to look at the parents. The parents got to put a mirror in front of their face. The grandpa and the grandma, you know what I'm saying, got to put a mirror in their face, and adults don't want to do that. So we just rather blame that kid. No, he out of control. I get it. He out of control. But where did it start at? Let me go back and see where it started at. Oh, you didn't teach him about this. Oh, he frustrated because he don't know no other way to get money. Oh, he wanted these shoes, and you told him you got to save up your next 3 checks, and because you're not even financially set. You know what I'm saying? So you can't even give him the opportunities, but the guy on the street corner can say, you know what, man, forget that job your mama had. You know what, her paycheck, I can show you how to make that tonight. He my best friend now. I don't care what mama talking about. You know what I'm saying? When that guy showed me how to make a couple $100 in a day, man, my mama couldn't tell me nothing no more, bro. And it wasn't that I was a bad, disrespectful child. It's just kids respect money. You know what I'm saying? I put that in the song. Like, man, when I made my first 1,000, the teacher can't tell me nothing. That's why I stopped going to school. I don't care about no algebra. I'm gonna go add it up on this block right now. You know what I'm saying? That was my mindset. That's why when I quit school in the first month of 9th grade, I was done because I had seen another life. I didn't care about no sports. I didn't want to be like my uncle no more. I didn't want to be this strong football player. No, I ain't want none of that. I'm gonna go run it up. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
And that's what I'm saying. So I teach kids to still run it up, but let's run it up positive. Let's run it up. Let me show you about this stock market. Let me show you about this real estate. You can run it up, bro. Like I tell them, I get with them. I say, man, you 12 years old. If you soak in this game and knowledge I got, if you take in the game and the people I'm gonna put you around, you'll be a millionaire by you 20. If that dude would have told me that, I would have been a positive, good citizen. You know what I'm saying?
You know, positive, good citizen.
For real, if a guy would have told me at 12, nah, you ain't finna hustle. I'm going to show you how to become a millionaire before you 20. And look, this is how we make it. Look at this stock market. Look at this. Look at that. He would have had my attention. But if you're going to tell me, hey, man, I don't know how to do it, but you better go to church this Sunday and Wednesday, and then you better work hard. And then you looking at grandpa over there getting off work at 7 o'clock in the evening, back hurting and stuff. Like, man, I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? You know, then the homeboy, the street guy come by his Benz real quick and just look at you with that Rolex on. You like, I don't want to do wrong, but man, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, for real, man. That's true. That's
why I say environment is key, bro. If we change that environment, the rap gonna change. Like, even when we talk about the rap, a lot of people complain about rap, and we're gonna talk about that more, right? Let's just say all of the adults that complain about rap. You know, it's a lot of positive music out that none of them adults ever go by. So how you want people to change and rap about positive stuff, but you don't need support it? They should be going double platinum. If we want all this positive music, it's a few artists right now should be double platinum, but they not. They struggling because don't nobody want to hear that. We all act like, oh man, we want positive music. We tired of the twerking. We tired of that. But that's the only thing that sells. So where's all these millions of people that's tired of negative music? Why y'all ain't out buying the positive music? That's what I'm saying. And these kids look at that. You know, you can go right now to any side of town of any hood in America where black kids at and say, I give you 100,000 if you talk about just killing the most people. That's why they talk about it, because the record labels give money for that, right? But if you say, I'll give you hundreds of thousands by talking positive, by not talking about women like this and not doing this, I'm going to give you hundreds of thousands. I'm going to help you go platinum. They'll do it. But they're not gonna do it because it don't sell. So that's what I'm saying. We want all this change, but we ain't putting in the change. And I want to know what artists talking positively 24 hours a day and going platinum. And if he ain't going platinum or she ain't going platinum, then we got to ask all these adults and all these mothers and all these people that want positive music, why y'all not buying it?
Well, I ain't gonna lie to you. I listen to more old school now. I'm gonna be real with you, because I'm
do you want the youngsters to talk about more positive stuff?
I mean,
I see you trying to stay out that trap. You know what I'm saying? I know you ain't trying to walk in that trap. You see that trap? I'm trying to set you.
No. I mean, I don't have a problem, because to me, I know music now is more of just, it was really made for us to communicate with each other.
Yeah.
But it's out of proportion now.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely went, but even in that, these kids that's taking in the music and that's really following the music. Like when I listened to the Ice Cream Man, he was talking about selling dope, right? But what I was taking from it was he was a black man that started a big business. See, it's your mind too. So, but if we got our kids more intelligently inclined, if they do listen to some drill music, they're gonna be like, because you know who buy more rap music than anybody? White kids, right?
Yeah.
Most of them ain't doing no drilling because they understand, because their mind is understanding that this is entertainment. So their mind is equipped to listen to it and then shut it off, knowing that, okay, that's just a certain. Our kids really, it's real life to them. They don't understand how to turn it on and off. And then that goes back to the parenting, because you haven't built their mind to say, oh, this false, this thing, this stupid, this dumb. When they talking about this, it's just like a movie. You can watch this action movie with me. It might be some killing and stuff. That don't mean you go do no killing tonight after we got through watching this Rambo movie. That don't mean you go to the jungle and kill nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to be able to we got to raise the intelligence of these kids to understand what's good, bad, evil, what they, and then when you take it in, when I listen to Tupac too, I always tell people Tupac raised me. And Tupac didn't have me want to kill nobody or nothing. Tupac would have me want to be a positive. And he talked about a lot of crazy stuff, but the deeper message was, a black man that's stuck in this world that's gonna make somebody self that come from nothing. You know what I'm saying? I broke when I break it down, that's what it said to me. Now some people could say, "Oh man, I put thug like across my stomach and all that," because you mentally throwed off. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't finna put no thug like I love Tupac to death, but I wasn't finna tap thug life on my stomach because my mind understood that part. I don't need to take in that. I need to take in this Dear Mama song. I need to take in this song. Or I need to take in that. And then when he talk about hit him up, I get what he mean. I'm not going to go hit nobody up, but he's talking about for people that want to harm me. Yes, I will hit you up if you're trying to harm me, but that don't mean I'm going to go. You see how you can break down each song and break it down where it could be looked at negative, but if you consume it right, it's not negative. I got an understanding of what is going on. I'm going to talk about more of that because, like I say, I got to.
Cause I hear you, but you also got to look at they on all kind of drugs nowadays. They on everything,
yeah,
and I mean everything.
So and everything you say that they own or they doing, everything you say they own, they doing where they learning from.
Nah, this different stuff,
bro.
This different.
I mentor kids. Let me show you another chapter. I ain't trying to really promote my book like that, but let me show you another chapter. Like this, like bro. This my life, bro. Like what this say right here?
Parenting raising thugs. I don't disagree.
I know kids that tell me they cripple blood when they 5 years old, don't know nothing about it because they mom and dad make them feel like that. They mom and dad smoke blunts in front of them. They mom and dad got them listening to what's up, blood, what's up. They program like this from birth. I ain't saying every situation like that, but it's a lot of situations like that. You know what I'm saying? So what you think that kid gonna turn out to be?
It don't have to be that.
It don't have to be. I'm telling you, we talk about realistic numbers. What is 9 times out of 10 or 8 times out of 10? What is that kid going? You think that kid gonna be? You think that kid gonna be a politician? You think that kid gonna be some doctor or something?
Maybe.
Yeah, the percentages are super low. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
You know what I'm
saying? I'm trying not to look at the camera.
So it still goes back. It still goes back to environment, bro. And like I say, even in the perfect environment, a kid can still go off the Richter. Like my mom didn't have nothing negative going on me, but I feel like I don't even feel like I ran away for nothing negative. I feel like I ran away for something positive. And people look at me crazy when I say that. Like running away from my household saved my life, because if I'd have stayed there, I'd have probably just been a guy that working on industrial, going to church 3 times a week, and just that would have been it. Because that's what my mama was raising me, just be a submissive guy to go to church and go to work. And I ain't knocking that, saying that's bad, but you think a kid would listen to me now if I was that person? They wouldn't respect it. They you know what I'm saying? Because you don't got no grit, you ain't got no grind, you ain't got no hustle in you. I don't want to follow you. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like these jobs is firing people, and now they're gonna be robots and stuff. So me telling them to go get a job when their job gonna be taken over by robots, I'm leading them to a dead end, bro. Like if you go look at homelessness right now in California or Chicago, anywhere like that, it's mostly us. Why? Because we don't, outside of a job or outside of the streets, what skill do we got? Like Dr. Claude Anderson, Powernomics. That's another book. He said black people don't produce nothing but sweat. Well, we don't produce we don't manufacture nothing, distribute nothing, we don't make nothing. All we do is produce sweat. We work hard for people, or we go to the streets and then we end up working hard for them in prison. You know what I'm saying? Because we wasn't taught how to build nothing. You know what I'm saying? What made me start thinking bigger when a guy told me, man, the way you think you can run a Fortune 500 company. I was like, hold on. I could be bigger than a dope, because I was trying to just be a millionaire dope boy. You know what I'm saying? Like that was just that was my goal, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I could actually make M's off this. You know what I'm saying? So that was my goal. I'm just being real. That was my goal until somebody inspired me to think bigger than that. So if you don't inspire these kids to think bigger than the drill rap, if you don't inspire them to think bigger than, like, you know, and that's why, just think about it like this, bro. Like Tupac died at 26, right? And he was wild, right? What if Tupac would have made it to 40? He'd have been a whole different person. And that's why I look at these kids. A lot of these kids don't make it from 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. But what if we could have got them through that rough period and they could have made it to their 30s? Like you said earlier, you know how we was thinking in our 20s, but now we made it to our 30s and 40s. We think a whole lot different because we made it through that. Yeah. But it could have been situations where we could have died young and they would have been like he was wild and dumb and we never got a chance to really make it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of these kids, a lot of these drill rappers and all these kids talking about smoking on ops, they just confused, lost, and don't have no path forward. But what if we could get them through the next 5-10 years? I bet you that kid won't be saying that if he made it, if he actually lived through the next 10 years with some knowledge in the proper environment, that person will be a whole different person. And that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. I get what you're saying about overall, but it's the environment, because why do we all change if we make it through? Why so many guys that make it to their 40s like, man, I ain't trying to do nothing. That was done what I was doing. That was wild because we made it through it. But in the moment, hey, 20 years ago, I couldn't tell K Jizzle about nothing. K Jizzle ready to go against the rap game. You know what I'm saying?
Say, man.
Hey, man, that boy riding back and forth from that Brian. He was ready for whatever. Brian, he was coming back and forth from Brian, Texas. He was like, whatever, man. They got me messed up out here. You know what I'm saying?
Say,
but
man,
now you look at it a whole different, right? So that's what I'm saying. We can't just be like, oh, these kids out of control. These kids are stuck in a time frame and they don't know how to get out of it. But what if we get them out of it? What if I wouldn't have never made it out of that person when I was 13, 14 that was looking forward to going to the penitentiary? That sounds crazy, but I remember at 13, 14, I wanted to go to the prison because all my partners was there. I was like, man, when I do get caught up, at least I'm going to be able to see my homeboys. I get swole. I come back out. That was my mindset because I was stuck in that. That's what I'm saying. That environment had me thinking like that. That wasn't me personally, but the environment. That's why I say the environment would change. I was telling this to a preacher. I said, I know you're the most righteous person in the world, right? But if I drop you in the middle of the hood and you got to survive for the next 2-3 months, when I come back, you're going to be a whole different person. I promise you. You might want to be righteous and all that, but you're going to start doing whatever it takes to survive. If you got to get savage, if you got to pop somebody, whatever you got to do to survive, you're going to do it. I don't care who you are. You know what I'm saying? So it always deal with the environment, bro. I'm telling you, the environment is the master key, because no matter how, K Jizzle, you're a laid back, chill guy right now, right? If I put you in a situation where you got to defend for your life, K Jizzle will get back on some rowdy stuff because it comes to protecting yours. So it goes back to the environment. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean about that.
That's true. That's true. I give you that. I give you that one. So, you got that one. But I still say we got to get on the rap beat because this is gonna be.
We definitely got that coming, man. Hey, man, I love the intro and everything, man. You got to come up with you got to put all this intro stuff together, man. Hey, I was crunk when it was coming on. Like, hold on, man. Boy, got the beat dropping and got the little old.
No, man. No, that's off of that little old cab cut, man. I be trying to,
Yeah, that's right, though, man. Yeah, nah. But I love this topic, man. This being too hard, man, because we are, and like I say, being too hard don't mean you need to be soft and weak and a pushover either. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's about respect. Like I ain't heard I don't want no problem with nobody, but I do lead with respect and I want it back. You know what I'm saying? But that's man stuff. That ain't got nothing to do with being hard. That's just manhood. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you can respect everybody and all that without having to be like, oh man, you got me messed up. Nah, man, So we just got to do, but we have to be like, I got a show coming out talking about elders failed us. We don't want to be the elders that failed the next generation, bro. And that's why I will call them out on it, but I'll call the elders out on it too, because y'all ain't did nothing they didn't do nothing. Like when I did the House of Resources and all the stuff I'm trying to do now, wasn't no elders doing that for us. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I wouldn't have did what I did if I'd had elders that's doing what I'm trying to do now. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean about we failed them. And like I say, we still failing them now, but now we got more tools at our hand and we at least trying. We at least trying to do it. You know, that don't mean you're going to save everyone. It's still going to be a lot that they got to learn the hard way. That's just reality. You can't save everybody, but you got to at least try. I can get older and say, I started a House of Resources. I started a CEO Youth League. Like these elders I be talking to, they can't say nothing. They just went to church and went to work, man. That ain't enough, bro. Like what else you do after that? You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be the one complaining about the youngsters and then you tell me, well, we're going to pray about it.
Actually, time, bro.
I guess it ain't working because we the most praying people ever, and we still at the bottom, and our kids still going in and out that penitentiary all day long.
That's true.
You know, so we just got to be real about it, man. But I think being too hard, it falls on the elders. Our kids are trying to be too hard because we haven't put them in situations where they can be just more relaxed. Like I had these two guys, they was beefing. You know, I guess they had their gangs in Temple, right? So the parents didn't want me to have them together because they thought something might pop off. And I took them to Bartlett, put them around them chickens and them bees. They was like best, bro. They was like best friends. I'm talking about cool. What? Because now they outside of that environment. They don't gotta play hard no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when I used to go post up on Deuce Deuce, I'm a laid back, chill guy. But when I go post up on Deuce Deuce, you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready to scrap. You gotta have that thing on you. That was me totally out of my character. But in that environment, I have to be that person. But when I get back to the house and I'm away from all that, I can get back and just be chill. And that's what I'm saying. We have to realize that environment is key. It ain't the whole key, but it's a big part of it. If we change the environment, a lot of this stuff will start disappearing and falling out, bro. I really believe it.
I believe that too. I do. I really do believe that. Yeah, man. I don't want my little old laptop to die on me.
Yeah. Now
I
we
ain't
good.
got the
Yeah,
plug on.
but let's plug this rap being show. We're gonna be kicking off. So we gonna still kick it off tomorrow.
Say,
Or,
I'm down. I told you I'm in.
yeah. Hopefully by next week I get him to get us the intro. And tomorrow we gonna do it from the mud. Tomorrow we just gonna go live from the mud. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully next week I can get him to, you know what I'm saying? And we'll start really building that show because I definitely want to get into the ins and the outs, the money, and then talking about the positive music. We're gonna get into it all when it comes to the rap game. We're gonna get into it all, you know what I'm saying?
For real.
I appreciate you having me on, bro. And hey, anytime you need a co-host or something, hey, just let me know ahead of time. I'll pull up on you. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I got you. I got you in route right now. I got you. Yeah. But I sure do appreciate it because yeah, like you said, this was a good topic. And we more men need to speak on this topic so that we could change the narrative for real. We really need to. So yeah, man, you got anything before we get up out of here?
Oh man, go to Amazon or hit me up. Go get the Streets Live tours for your teenagers, especially the ones that's hard heads and they thinking they gangsters and want to get out there in the streets. Follow me on Wealth is Gangster on the Facebook, the IG, the YouTube channel. Tony Terrell on YouTube too. That's more of a personal channel. Just tap into me, man, and just follow the movement. We're gonna really take this podcast and this content creation to another level. With my boy help, he behind the scenes. He don't really talk about it, but he's schooling me a lot behind the scenes, man. So I salute him and I appreciate him, man.
Say, man, y'all stay on the lookout. You never know what we might do, man. You might even hear a mixtape. Because I ain't never heard Brews and Blocks too, but we don't know what might happen around here, man.
Let's do it. Let's do
it. Y'all, hey, y'all be good. Much love. Say, man, it's your boy KG. I'm out of here. Peace.